I want to do this class. I'm going to run through it. Voy a correr por ahí, por esta clase. Let's pray before we start. Vamos a orar antes de empezar. Father, thank you for allowing us the time to learn. Gracias, Padre, por el tiempo que tenemos para aprender. Allow us to not only learn for us, no solamente aprendamos, but that we can share what we learn and practice what we learn. Que no solamente podamos aprender, sino compartir y también practicar lo que aprendimos. In Jesus' name I pray, en nombre de Jesús. Amén. Okay, how is outside? ¿Cómo está afuera? Good? Haven't gone outside too much. Okay. We suffer from one main problem. Nosotros sufrimos de un problema. And it's called listening. Y es el escuchar. We really don't listen. Nosotros no escuchamos. For example, our bodies is always giving us symptoms or signals or calling out to us. Nuestro cuerpo nos está dando síntomas, nos está hablando, nos está diciendo cosas. And we typically don't listen to it. Normalmente no escuchamos al cuerpo. We could go through an emotional stress. Vamos por un estrés emocional and we don't listen to it. We just try to cope with it. Tratamos de trabajar con él. Or we hurt our leg, nos lastimamos la pierna, and we take something just to get the pain to go where we want to go. Para ir donde tenemos que ir. So, whatever our priorities are, nuestras prioridades cualquiera que sean, they're more important, son más importantes than to listen to where we live, que escuchar donde nosotros vivimos. Here's an example, aquí hay un ejemplo. Hey Dad, that light says check engine. Papá, esa luz dice que chequea el motor. Ooh, the tape must have fallen off. La cinta adhesiva se tuvo que haber caído. Whoop, and goes and puts it on top of the check engine. Y la pone por encima de la luz del motor. Now, this is what we do with our body. Esto es lo que hacemos con nuestro cuerpo. What if you buy a $32,000 car? Si te compras un carro de $32,000, you get it out of the dealership, lo sacas del dealer, where you bought it, donde lo compró, and 5-10 miles, you see the check engine light. Y 5 a 10 millas después, ves la luz del check engine. Boop, boop, boop. Starts beeping. Empieza a boop, boop. What do you do? ¿Qué usted hace? You return back to the dealer. Tú regresas al dealer and you say, I just paid $32,000. Yo pagué $32,000. And it's throwing a check engine. This is a brand new car. Esto es un carro nuevo. Right? Isn't that what we do? ¿No es lo que hacemos? Obviously, yes. Claro que sí, eso es lo que hacemos. We do that because we care for that expense that we had. Nos preocupa la inversión que hicimos. Well, the same is with our body. Lo mismo con nuestro cuerpo. We don't do the same with our body. I'm tired. I can't get up. Me siento cansado. No me puedo levantar. What do? ¿Qué hago? No, I go to the coffee machine. Voy a la máquina de café and I drink some coffee. Me tomo un café. We quiet our body. The body is telling you something. El cuerpo te está diciendo algo and you're ignoring. Tú lo ignoras. You can do that for so long. Puedes hacer eso por un tiempo and then it's going to catch up to you. Entonces te va a alcanzar. Okay? So, I'm going to start with the most basic form. Voy a empezar con la forma más básica. And this is the basic form. It is the atom. El átomo. Atom. Anybody knows what an atom is? Give me a name of an atom. Un nombre de un átomo. Hydrogen. Yes, hidrógeno. Hydrogen is an atom. There's another atom that's called oxygen, oxígeno. And these atoms form what we call molecules, forman moléculas. And these molecules, once they get together in a specific format, cuando estas moléculas se unen en una forma específica, they form what we call our DNA, el ADN, which is the basics of life, que es la base de la vida. That's how the cells are come. And these, from the DNA, you get something called cells. Del DNA recibes lo que se llama son células. Now, they all have their function. Todas tienen una función. You have a cell for the eye. Tienes células para el ojo. And the cells for the eye, las células para el ojo, they do one thing. Ellas hacen una cosa. They receive light, reciben luz, and send them to the brain. Y las mandan al cerebro. There's the stomach cells. Son las células del estómago. They get food. They get a signal of food. Reciben un síntoma de comida. And they start producing things and moving in a way to digest that food. Empiezan a producir cosas y se mueven de una manera para digerir la comida. So, these cells have a purpose. Estas células tienen un propósito, and they, once they get combined together, cuando se combinan juntas, they form a tissue. Forman un tejido. Now, we have many tissues. Tenemos muchos tejidos en el cuerpo. And these tissues are formed by what? ¿Están formados por qué? Cells, células. And when you get too many tissues together, un tejido completo, you form an organ. In this case, the stomach. Formas un órgano. When you combine many organs together, cuando combinas varios órganos juntos, you form what we call a system, digestive system, sistema digestivo. And then, when you combine different systems together, cuando combinas diferentes sistemas, you have a beautiful organism. Tienes un organismo precioso, which is you and me. Eres tú. So at the end of the day, we're formed of these little cells. Somos formados de estas células. Now, let me ask you a question. Dame hacer una pregunta. Have anybody had any eye surgery here? ¿Alguien ha tenido una cirugía de los ojos? Anyone? Eye surgery, cataracts, some reshaping, cataratas, nadie? Well, you know how long it takes to recover from an eye surgery? ¿Tú sabes cuándo te toma recuperarte de una cirugía de los ojos? It is very quick, es bien rápido. It takes you at least a week, the maximum, a week, una semana. That's very quick. You know why? ¿Sabe por qué? It's because the cells of the eye, these cells, estas células, they se reproducen very quickly, muy rápido. 2 to 3 days, de 2 a 3 días. They have this codification here, tienen esta codificación, which is your DNA, su DNA, and they reproduce every 2 to 3 days. Se reproducen de 2 a 3 días. So in probably a week or two, en una semana o dos, you have a full new eye. Usted tiene un ojo nuevo en 2 o 3 semanas. You know, your digestive tract, tu sistema digestivo, the cells reproduce from 4 to 5 days, de 4 a 5 días. So if in a month you have a digestive tract problem, si en un mes usted tiene todavía el problema digestivo, there is something wrong. Hay un problema because you get a new digestive tract in a month, en un mes. I'm going to let that sink in. Voy a dejar que ustedes puedan analizar esto. In a month, you already probably have a full digestive tract, un nuevo tracto digestivo. So your cells reproduce, sus células se reproducen very quickly, muy rápidamente. So what you need to do, lo que usted debe hacer, is to make the conditions for those cells to reproduce more effective. Tiene que hacer que esas células, que las condiciones para reproducirse más fáciles. Let me give you an example. Dame un ejemplo. You see the DNA structure here. ¿Ve la estructura del ADN? Now, it looks like a twisted ladder. Se ve como una escalera que está torcida. And the sides of the ladder, los lados de la escalera, they are formed of something called polysaccharides. Está formado por cosas que se llaman polisacáridos. Polysaccharides are sugars, many sugars, muchas azúcares. That is polysaccharides, eso es polisacáridos. And here, the steps of the ladder, los escalones de la escalera, they are formed of amino acids or proteins. Están hechos de aminoácidos o proteínas. Now, these middle and the corners, estos del medio y la esquina, they're formed of minerals. Están formados de minerales. So that's what form that DNA. Eso es lo que forma el ADN. And from here, de aquí, is what forms the cell. De ahí es que se forma la célula. And eventually, your organs and system, tu órgano y sistema. I have people say, oh, I have heartburn problems. Tengo problemas de acidez. How long should it take to heal? ¿Cuánto se debe tomar para sanar? According to what I just said. De acuerdo a lo que yo dije. A week or two. Una semana o dos. That's as long as it should take. But how long have people suffered with this thing? ¿Cuánto han pasado las personas sufriendo? I had somebody here for 25 years, 25 años. And in 2 weeks, he couldn't believe after 25 years that he felt much better. Que en 2 semanas, después de 25 años de sufrir con el problema, ya se sentía mejor. But what's going on? ¿Qué está pasando? If you don't give it the right conditions, si no le das las condiciones correctas, the cell, when it reproduces, cuando las células se reproducen, they're going to reproduce in the wrong way, in the efficient way. Okay? So now, polysaccharides, polisacáridos, amino acids or proteínas, aminoácidos o proteínas, and minerals, y minerales. Now, where does the sugars or polysaccharides come from? ¿De dónde vienen las azúcares o los polisacáridos? From all the food you eat. If you eat a pepper, si te comes un pimiento, you get polysaccharides from it. So your body, once you eat a pepper, te comes un pepino, un pimiento, your body digests it, tu cuerpo lo digiere. You know what digestion is? Lo de digestión es? It's just cutting the food that you're eating. Es algo que de tu cuerpo corta la comida que tú te estás comiendo in little pieces, en pedacitos bien pequeños, in order for the body to use it, para que el cuerpo lo pueda utilizar. And basically, it creates these little molecules of glucose. Crea estas moléculas pequeñas de glucosa, which is sugar that the body needs, the energy. Es el combustible del cuerpo, it's the fuel of the body. Now, protein. What has protein? ¿Qué tiene proteína? Give me a food item that has protein, Nathaniel. Eggs have protein. Very good. Milk has protein. Wait. Peanut has protein. Avocado has protein. Almonds have protein. Yeah. Frijoles. Cheese has protein. ¿Qué tiene proteína? Una comida que tenga proteína. Meat has protein. Peppers, spinach. Yes, very good. Everything that you eat has protein. That's why you all got it right. Yes, everything, every single item you eat has protein. Because if it grows, si crece, tiene proteína. So, everything you eat has protein. Everything has protein. There is nothing that you can eat unless you eat rocks or plastic. But if you eat food, everything that is food that grows has protein. Aunque sea enlatado. Everything has protein. Todo tiene proteína. Well, I don't know. Let's answer that question later. Vamos a preguntar. So, okay. So, Lettuce and cabbage has protein. Everything that grows. You cannot grow without protein. Nada puede crecer sin proteína. So if it grows, it has to have protein. It's the building blocks of growth. Son los ladrillos que forman el crecimiento. So now, protein eats an enzyme. When you eat protein, let's say you eat beans, a bowl of beans, se come un plato de frijoles, you have to have something to digest it. Algo para digerirlo. You have an enzyme, una enzima, which is the knife to cut that protein in pieces, que corta esa proteína en pedacitos through digestive process and forms amino acids, y forma aminoácidos. Amino acids are just the building blocks that form protein. Son los ladrillos que forman la proteína completa. Now, in other words, en otras palabras, what you eat, lo que usted come, becomes what? Who you are. Lo que tú comes se convierte en lo que tú eres. If you only eat chocolate, si comes solamente chocolates, you're going to become a chocolate. Te vas a convertir en un chocolate. I had a coworker that was almost like that, que estaba así. He was always sick, estaba siempre enfermo, but he only ate chocolate and coffee. Solamente comía chocolate. Bueno, at least what I saw, lo que yo veía. And he missed a lot of time at work. Fallaba mucho del trabajo. No wonder. So, now that we have the basics, ahora que tenemos lo básico, let's go into the determinants of health, los determinantes de salud. Which are they? ¿Cuáles son ellos? Remember the class? One of my first class. Una de mis clases. No, I did it Friday or Thursday. Okay, determinants of health, determinantes de salud. The first one, genética, genetics. The second one, environment, el ambiente. And what else? ¿Y qué más? Not diet, no? Lifestyle, yes, lifestyle. So, if you're going to have health or sickness, si va a tener salud o enfermedad, these three components are always at play. Estos tres componentes siempre están en juego. So you got to take care of them. Now, here, what happens in your DNA? ¿Qué pasaría en su DNA if you have a mineral deficiency? Si usted tiene una deficiencia mineral. The body needs, this is an eye, esto es un ojo, and you need to reproduce. I need to reproduce. Me tengo que reproducir. But I have a missing piece. Tengo una pieza que no está funcionando. I'm missing a mineral. Estoy deficiente de un mineral. Let me think it's one of the minerals. It's magnesium, magnesio. So what is going to do? ¿Qué va a hacer? Well, it's going to try to replace it with something else. Va a tratar de reemplazarlo con algo adicional. Maybe there is in the periodic table, en la tabla periódica, where you have the list of elements, donde tiene la lista de elementos, there's some, it's called, some elements, algunos elementos, which incluyen fluoride, bromide, que incluye fluoruro, bromato, I think, bromato, I don't know the name in Spanish very well, no sabe el nombre. It includes these elements, and what they do, lo que hacen is that if there's a missing mineral, si hay un mineral deficiente, it takes, if those are available, si esos están disponibles, it uses them and replaces them. Por eso lo usa y lo reemplaza. So, if you have no mineral deficiencies, si usted no tiene una deficiencia de minerales, it's not going to take from these minerals. No va a tomar. For example, this bromide, they use it to raise bread very quickly. Lo usan para levantar el pan bien rápido. So they want to cook these breads very quickly. Usan para cocinar estos panes bien rápido. And they put this element in it. Ponen este elemento. And it's a shortcut. Es un atajo. But what that does, lo que hace eso is that it sticks to your DNA, se pone en tu DNA, and it creates a different copy of the DNA. Forma una copia diferente del DNA. And then, when you want to heal, cuando usted quiere sanar, you cannot heal, no se puede sanar because the copy that you're taking is not, it's called a mutant copy, es una copia mutante. It's not the right copy. It doesn't have all the building blocks that you need to create a new copy. No tiene todo el fundamento y los bloques necesarios para crear una nueva célula. So maybe then you have problems with your eye and never get fixed. Tienes problemas con tus ojos y nunca se arreglan. Look at just mineral deficiencies like magnesium. Mira las deficiencias de minerales como magnesio. Diabetes, asthma, hypertension, nervous system issues, problemas del sistema nervioso, hipertensión, osteoporosis, migraines, migrañas, fatiga, lack of memory, problemas de memoria, arthritis, cramps, que son calambres, kidney issues, problemas en los riñones, anxiety and panic, ansiedad y pánico, blood clotting, coágulos, constipation, que es estreñimiento, hypoglycemia, hipoglicemia, tooth decay, deficiencia en los dientes, caries, and heart arrhythmia, to name a few. Y arritmia en el corazón. So you can see, ya puede ver, just a mineral deficiency, una deficiencia mineral. Look at all the things that you could potentially create. Todas potencialmente lo que puedes crear. Just one mineral deficiency. We're not even talking calcium, sodium, and the rest. No estamos hablando de calcio, sodio y los demás. Now, our environment is full of chemicals. Nuestro ambiente está lleno de químicos. And chemicals, as we said, los químicos, como vimos, they give you an artificial health. Te dan una salud artificial. For example, you take one of these, tomas uno de estos, and it changes the problem from one side to another. Te tomas una de estas y lo que hace es que cambia el problema de un lugar a otro lugar because of the side effects, por los efectos secundarios. We know that. Now, there's the formation of free radicals in our environment. Está la formación de radicales libres en nuestro ambiente. Basically, a free radical is it's a molecule, es una molécula that it needs an electron to be happy. Necesita un electrón para estar contento. And it does not have it, y no lo tiene. Well, your cells are negatively charged. Tus células son carga negativa, and what it does is just takes the electron, the extra electron out. It grabs it, steals it, lo roba, el electrón extra, la carga extra de la célula, and it takes it to itself. And when it does that, cuando hace eso, now the cell is weak, está débil, y no puede hacer nada. They cannot do anything, cannot function. No puede funcionar. This is how they look in the blood, in live blood analysis. Así se ve en el análisis de sangre. Now, there's another thing called in the environment, en el ambiente, when we talk on the environment, that it's called the germ theory, la teoría del germen. And it is dictating our medical system. It dicta nuestro sistema médico. Here's what the germ theory could look like. Mira cómo puede ser la teoría del germen. It was actually taken by Luis Pasteur when he found that germs were a problem. Él encontró que los gérmenes eran un problema. And that's why you have something called antibiotics. Por eso tienes algo que se llama antibióticos. Now, imagínate that there's two brothers, hay dos hermanos. And one, his name is Paul, uno es Pablo, and the other one is Tom, y el otro es Tomás. Tom and Paul, Pablo y Tomás. And Paul is the type of person that gets up early in the morning. Pablo es el que se levanta temprano en la mañana. He gets early, he puts his shoes, his tennis shoes, se amarra sus zapatos, and he goes to run every day. Sale corriendo todo el día. He goes, in the morning. And he's running. He gets from his run, llega de su corrida, and he takes a cold shower. Y se da esa agua fría. He's ready to go to work. He's listo para irse a la casa. Tom, in the other hand, Tom en la otro lado, he works from home, trabaja de la casa, in his computer, en su computadora, in this way. And what does he do all day? ¿Qué hace todo el día? He's sitting, drinking coffee, eating his things, comiendo sus cositas, and on his computer, en su computadora. And then he, after work, he's watching TV. Después del trabajo está viendo televisión. They have a friend in common. Tienen un amigo. His name is Felix. Su nombre es Felix. And Felix comes one day. Hey guys, hey amigos, ¿cómo están? How you doing? Oh, we're doing good. Oh, I'm sorry. I must have caught something. Creo que cogí algo, un resfriado o algo. He says, man, they go, man, why are you bringing that here? ¿Por qué estás trayendo todos esos gérmenes aquí? And next day, I'm so sorry. He leaves, se va. Next day in the morning, el próximo día de la mañana, Paul, what do you think he's going to do? He wakes up with his sore throat. Se levanta con su garganta. What do you think he's going to do? ¿Qué va a hacer? Will he run or not? ¿Correrá o no correrá? He goes running. He gets his shoes on, laces on, se pone sus zapatos y se va a correr, no importa. And he's running, está corriendo. He gets back home, llega a la casa, he takes that cold shower, se coge esa ducha fría, wakes up, se levanta, and goes to work, se va al trabajo. Tom in the other side, Tom en el otro lado, he's like, oh man, I can't, este dolor de cabeza, this headache, and he goes, he said, oh, my throat, mi garganta, and he goes to the drawer, va a la gaveta, and he picks some of these breath, like halls, estas pastillas de garganta, full of sugar, llenas de azúcar. So he goes to work, he starts to work, turns in computer, levanta la computadora, and the headache is too much, la cabeza, el dolor de cabeza. So he writes to his boss, le escribe a su jefe, I'm not going to go to work today, no voy al trabajo hoy. Okay, so he checks out and spends in bed y se queda en la cama. By the time his brother gets back from work, mientras el hermano llega a la casa, he's already feeling okay, se siente bien ya. But his brother in the other side, su hermano en el otro lado, he is not feeling well, no se siente bien. They have to take him to emergency, lo llevan a la emergencia. He has a high fever, tiene una fiebre, and they prescribe him antibiotics, y les prescriben antibióticos. Now, by third day, para el tercer or fourth day, he's feeling better, se siente bien. 2 weeks later, 2 semanas después, he gets this earache, le da este dolor de oído, and he goes back to the hospital, y va otra vez al hospital. They check him in, lo entran al hospital, and in there, adentro, he gets a bacteria, contrae una bacteria, and he dies from it, y se muere de esa. I've been exaggerating, estoy exagerando. Am I? En realidad estoy. I know many people, friend of mine, that happened. Yo tengo varios amistades que le ha pasado eso. Unfortunately, desafortunadamente. Yes. Okay, he visto personas que se quedan completamente sordas. So yeah, I had a friend of mine. She went for something simple, algo sencillo, and she got a bacteria, cogió una bacteria, and she never made it. Nunca lo hizo. Pretty sad case, un caso triste. She's not the only one. I have other cases too. Otros casos que he conocido. So, what is the problem? ¿Qué es el problema? You see, the problem was that when the germs came, cuando vinieron los gérmenes, ¡achú! That Felix did, cuando Felix hizo así. The problem is that when the germs went into Tom's body, cuando los gérmenes fueron al cuerpo de Tom, de Paul, de Pablo, they looked and looked for food, buscaron comida y no encontraron nada. They couldn't find much. When they saw Tom, cuando llegaron al cuerpo de Tom, they were like, whoa, there's a lot of food here. Aquí hay mucha comida. Guys, come, there's food. Hey, vengan, hay comida. And everybody just swarming. Y todo el mundo llegó ahí. So the problem was not the germs themselves. Los problemas no eran los gérmenes en sí. It was the environment. Es el ambiente. You see, if you have a fish that is sick, si tienes un pez que está enfermo, and the water is like this, y el agua está así, the environment that that fish lives, el ambiente donde este pez vive, what do? You put medicine, antibiotics to the water? ¿Le pones antibióticos y medicina? No, you just change the water. Cambia el ambiente. When you change the water, everything is fine. Todo está bien. That's what Florence Nightingale found out when she went to the battlefield. Cuando fue al frente de guerra, Florence Nightingale se dio cuenta que todo estaba sucio. Everything was dirty. As soon as she was able to have her way and clean everything, tan pronto pudo llegar y hacer y limpiar todo, soldiers started not surviving the wounds. Los soldados empezaron a sanarse de sus heridas. But before that, they almost all died. Casi todos se morían por cualquier herida, for any wound. So, change the environment, not medicate it. Now, this is what healthy blood looks like, así como se ve la sangre saludable. So, if you've seen this before, si usted ha visto esto, this is what healthy blood looks like, así se ve. This is from one of the people here in the center. Esto es de una de las personas aquí en el centro. So, this is how it should look, así como se debería ver. Now, reasons we get sick or we don't heal. Causas por las que no sanamos o nos enfermamos. Renal failure, fallo renal, esos son los riñones. Liver failure, fallo hepático. And lung failure, y fallo pulmonar. Or multiple of these, or múltiples de estos. Now, what does this mean? ¿Qué significa esto? Well, you filter around 5 liters of blood per minute. Tú filtras por lo menos 5 litros de sangre por minuto through the liver, the lungs, and the kidneys. Por el hígado, los riñones y los pulmones. That's 7,200 liters per day. Eso son 7,200 litros por día. Multiply by your age, multiplícalo por su edad. And that's if you're sitting all day. So si estás sentado todo el día. If you're active, it's even more. Si estás activo, aún más. Now, there's this German scientist called Piesinger. Este científico alemán que se llama Piesinger, he found out this system. Encontró este sistema. All your nutrients, todos los nutrientes that your body for your cells, para las células, here's a cell, aquí está la célula, come from the capillaries, from the artery system, por tu sistema arterial. So las arterias traen nutrientes. So the arterial system brings nutrients to your cell. The veins, las venas, take away the waste, sacan el material de desperdicio de las células. Everything you eat, todo lo que tú comes, produce desperdicios. Everything you eat produces waste, some metabolic waste. Okay? This is very important. Esto es importante. Cada cosa que usted come produce. For example, if you eat carbohydrates, si usted come carbohidratos, for example, potatoes, just to give you one that everybody knows, para darte uno que todo el mundo conoce. The carbohydrates, el carbohidrato of the potato, de la papa, it's going to get used by the cell, va a ser usado por la célula, and the waste y el desperdicio is going to be carbonic acid, va a ser ácido carbónico, which in other words is CO2, CO2 en otras palabras. Now, CO2 is going to go through the veins, va a ir por las venas, and it will go to the lungs, va a ir a los pulmones, and it's going to go out of the body. So when you breathe in, where does it come from, what you breathe out? ¿De dónde sale lo que usted saca para afuera? Yeah, the lungs are the ones that carry it out. Los pulmones la sacan para afuera. But where does it come? How does it get to the lungs? ¿Cómo llega a los pulmones? Waste of what? It is waste. It's an acid. It's a metabolic acid. Es desperdicio. Es un ácido metabólico. Comes from the food, the sugar you eat. Las cosas que tienen azúcar. That's where it comes from, and from fat y de la grasa. So anything you eat with sugar, that's how you take it out. Así que lo saca. The metabolic waste. Now, fats, come grasas, and it's going to be produced into cholesterol. Va a producir colesterol, and from there it goes out. And then proteins, proteins, when you eat proteins, cuando come proteínas, the metabolic waste is ammonia, NH4. El ácido metabólico es amonia. Very heavy acid, un ácido bien.
Solamente los carbohidratos no hace eliminar ese desperdicio.
No, todo produce ácidos metabólicos. Everything you eat produces metabolic waste, metabolic acids, ácidos metabólicos. For example, so let me give you, we are alkaline by nature, somos alcalinos por naturaleza, but we are acid by function, somos ácido por función. You know what that means? ¿Qué significa eso? That if I cry, that's a function, right? Si yo lloro, that water that comes out, esa agua que sale cuando yo lloro, when I cry, it's going to be acid, es ácido. If I sweat, si sudo, that water is acid. If I exercise, si me ejercito, I produce acid. Produzco ácido si me ejercito. If I digest, si digiero, it gets acid. Se hace ácido. You see, I'm acid by function. Soy ácido por función. But that's not how the body wants to be. Anyways, the thing is, la cosa es que cuando usted come, when you eat, you produce waste. Produce desperdicios. And those are metabolic acid, and they go through the veins, into the liver, into the kidneys, and to the lungs. Al pulmón, al hígado, y al riñón. Now, also there's something called membranes. Hay algo que se llama membranas. Anybody can name a membrane. ¿Alguien puede nombrar una membrana? The skin is part of a membrane, I would say. Yeah, puedo decir que sí. I would say, for example, your membranes typically are soft tissue. Las membranas son tejido. For example, the sinuses, las sinos aquí, they're a membrane, son una membrana. Inside your mouth, membrane. You see, son membranas. Inside of your eye, like where your eye sits, donde se sienta those are membranes, son membranas. And then there's skin, y después está la piel. Okay, now, he found out that if the outside of the cell, because of these getting, porque estos se empiezan a llenar de toxinas, since these start getting toxins and start slowing down, the metabolic waste is going to accumulate around the cell. Let me just give you a better graph. So here's here are your filters. Aquí están los filtros. And all of a sudden, these filters start, we get nutrients into the cell. This is a tissue. Vamos a suponer que este un tejido. Vamos a decir, this is the tissue of the breast, del pecho. Okay? And these are one cell, this is another cell. Una célula, otra célula. Now, there's a liquid here. Hay un líquido aquí. And this is called the interstitial fluid. Es el fluido intersticial. Now, this is very important. What I'm going to say, it's very important. Es bien importante. When you eat these things, cuando usted come estas cosas, you produce acids, produce ácidos metabólicos. Let's say, for example, carbohydrates, CO2, carbohidratos, CO2, proteínas, proteins, ammonia, grasas or fats, cholesterol, ácido graso, fatty acids. Okay, now let's say these start getting plugged, like we saw here in the previous classes. Vamos a suponer que esto se congestiona, okay? The lungs, their kidneys, the liver. Let's suppose it gets congested. Congested means it gets deposits there of things that are not coming out. No están saliendo de ahí. What is going to happen? ¿Qué va a pasar? This is going to get these guys, estos ácidos metabólicos that need to go through these guys, que tiene que salir de aquí del cuerpo, is not getting out. No va a salir del cuerpo. It's going to stay in the space here. Se va a quedar en el espacio. So now the cell has a problem. La célula tiene un problema. When it gets try to get oxygen, cuando trata de tener oxígeno, the oxygen cannot go through. El oxígeno no puede llegar. It tries to get nutrients, trata de recibir nutrientes, and they cannot make it very efficient. No lo pueden hacer muy eficiente. The waste needs to get out. La basura tiene que salir, and it's not making it very efficient. No la hace bien eficiente. Here's what happens. Now, the cell options in a toxic environment has to do something. La célula en este ambiente tóxico, la célula tiene que hacer algo. What is it going to do? ¿Qué va a hacer? Well, the first thing it says, I give up. Me doy. I'm going to die. Me muero. That's a fibrosis. Eso es un fibroma. When you get a fibrosis anywhere, con un fibroma en cualquier lugar, it's cells that just died. Las células se murieron. Why did they die? ¿Por qué se murieron? Because they were drowned by these acids. Estaban ahogadas por estos ácidos. So now I get a fibrosis, tengo un fibroma, and I go to the doctor. Y voy al útero. I have a fibroid, a cystic fibroid. Tengo un fibroma en el útero. What do they tell? Why do I have that? Le preguntas, ¿por qué tengo eso? I don't know, no sé. There is no vaccine for it. No hay vacuna para eso. There's no medicine for that. No hay medicina para eso. There is no bug or bacteria for it. No hay bacteria ni germen para eso. I don't know. Just cut it out. Vamos a quitártelo. But they don't explain you why you have the problem. No te explican por qué hay un problema. And the problem was caused by what? El problema fue causado por qué? Yeah, the cell just drowned in acid and got burned and decided to die. Se decidió morir la célula porque los ácidos metabólicos que estaban alrededor la quemaron. Now, the other opportunity that the cell has, la otra oportunidad que tiene la célula is just, okay, I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight this problem. Voy a pelear. And this is where we're going to see how it fights. Vamos a ver cómo. Okay, the first one is a cystic fibrosis. Okay, yeah, look, you see the fibrosis. It happens. Nobody knows, but we know. Now, the first thing that the cell does is to defend itself. Se defiende. How did it defend itself? ¿Cómo se defiende? It forms a water balloon around it. Forma una burbuja de agua alrededor de ella. I've seen it and proven many times. Lo he probado muchas veces. Sometimes I put people on lemon fast. Los pongo en agua con limón. And if they are very, very toxic, si están demasiado tóxicos, they lose in a week, en una semana, 25 pounds. And they're like so happy. And están contentos. I lost 25 pounds in a week. Perdí 25 libras en una semana. When I do the test, cuando yo hago el examen, all of it was water. Todo era agua. And it's like, I don't tell them that because they're so happy. No les digo eso porque están tan contentos. But what it meant is that the cell was defending itself, la célula se estaba defendiendo, and it created this water bubble. Y crea esta burbuja de agua. And this person just look at food, mira comida, or drinks water, and gets heavy. mira la comida o mira si y ve agua y se pone gordo. Now, give you an example. I had somebody with chemotherapy. Una persona que había tenido quimioterapia. And they had the last chemo on Thursday. Habían tenido la última quimioterapia en jueves. And they started the program on Sunday. They vinieron el domingo. So I put him on a detox. Lo pongo en una desintoxicación. And he lost like 12 pounds in 3 days. 12 libras en 3 días. And the person is skinny. La persona está... But everything he lost was water. Todo lo que salió agua. All the toxins that he was getting. Todas las toxinas que estaba. The environment is very toxic. So, though it retains water, retiene agua. Let's go to the next one. It takes hostage. Toma minerales alcalinos como rehén. Here's what it does. Mira lo que hace. The body is smart. El cuerpo es inteligente. You see, you have an acid. Tienes un ácido, chlorine, cloruro. And when it combines it with a mineral, an alkaline mineral, cuando lo combina con un mineral alcalino, like sodium, it creates salt, crea una sal. And that sal is sodium chloride, y es sodio, cloruro de sodio. Now, when you convert it into a salt, cuando tú lo conviertes en una sal, the salt burns your hand. Cuando la sal te quema la mano. Now, this will burn your hand. Eso te quemaría la mano. But when you combine it with a mineral, con un mineral alcalino, it is salt. It doesn't do anything for you. No te hace nada. So the body does that. You see, there was all these acids. Habían todos estos ácidos, remember? Remember there was all these acids here. So it's trying to get rid of them. Para salirse de eso, it combines them with an alkaline mineral, and it converts them into a salt. Most likely uses calcium, because the ability of calcium in the bones and muscles. Lo más probable usa calcio por la habilidad que tiene la cantidad de calcio que hay en los huesos y los músculos. And this is what happens. You get calcifications. Empieza a tener calcificaciones. Oh, I have a calcification in my breast. Me salió una calcificación en el seno. Nobody dies from that. Nadie se muere de eso. Nobody dies from any of these tumors. Nadie se muere de un tumor. They die from the metastasis of the cancer. Se mueren de la metástasis del cáncer. When it spreads all over the place, cuando se riega. But taking the tumor is not going to fix anything. Sacar el tumor no va a sacar nada. Taking this out is not going to fix the problem. No va a sacar. It's just going to take this calcification here. Esta calcificación, this is nothing. Esto no es nada, right? Why is it formed here? ¿Por qué se formó aquí? Because of the acid load, la carga ácida alrededor del tejido. Or you could see it in the lungs, lo ve también en los pulmones. It's taking these calcium deposits, está poniendo estos depósitos de calcium that is grabbing from different places to neutralize the acid. Está sacando estos minerales para neutralizar los ácidos. And it forms these salts, these calciums thing. Look how it looks in the foot too, en el pie. It just becomes these calcium deposits. Deja estos depósitos de calcio. And where does it get the calcium or the minerals? ¿Dónde saca los calcium minerales? From the bones, de los huesos, right? It needs to, necesita sacarlos de algo. Now, another self-defense mechanism. The karate chop number 3. El chop de karate número 3 that the cell uses is draining, drenaje por la piel. It starts draining from the membranes or skin. Now you start seeing things popping out on the skin. Empieza a sacar estos ácidos por donde puede. It starts draining these acids for wherever it can, de donde puede. And you start seeing them through the skin. Lo ves en la piel. You see it in the white shirts. Lo ves en las camisas blancas. You see this yellow thing. ¿Ves estas cosas amarillas? What is that? ¿Qué es? It's urea. Es urea. It should go through the kidney. Tendría que salir por los riñones en urine format, en forma de orín, but it cannot even keep up with it. Los riñones no pueden deshacerse, so it brings it out as wherever it can. Y lo saca por donde quiera. Where does it going to take it out? Just through your skin. Has anybody seen this? ¿Alguien ha visto eso? It's high protein diet. Es una dieta alta en proteína. Or you could see the acids are coming out in different locations. O ve los ácidos saliendo en diferentes lugares. Anybody seen this? ¿Alguien ha visto esto? What's the problem? Is this the skin problem? ¿Es el problema de la piel? ¿Será esto un problema de la piel? Is this a skin problem? It's not a skin problem. It is a problem with the acid buildup around the cells. Es porque las células están cargadas alrededor de ácidos. Why are they in that condition? ¿Por qué están las células en esa condición? You see? Or through the membranes. O por las membranas. You see, it starts draining these things. Está sacando estas cosas por las membranas. Through the membranes, the sinuses. I have a sinus problem. Tengo un problema de sinusitis. Dude, the body's trying to get rid of these acids. El cuerpo se está tratando de deshacer de estos ácidos. Where is it going to get to? Now you get a pill for it. Te damos una pastilla para eso. It just doesn't help the problem. No resuelve el problema. Unless you've seen anybody with a pill getting the sinuses fixed, they se alivian, but it doesn't really fix the problem. No arreglan el problema. They come back. The other karate chop, la otra manera de defenderse, it is mutating, mutando. And this is what cancer is. Y esto es lo que es cáncer. You see, there's a normal cell, hay una célula normal, it lives in an alkaline environment. Alrededor, that interstitial fluid, ese espacio intersticial, ese líquido, where the cell moves, donde la célula se mueve, it is alkaline, es alcalino. But when it lives with a lot of oxygen, tiene bastante oxígeno. Now, when it mutes, I'm not going to talk about it, no voy a hablar de esto. When it mutes, it's because it lives in an acid environment. Muta porque hay un ambiente ácido en el torno celular. So there's a lot of acids, and what does the cell needs to do? ¿Y qué hace la célula? Well, I don't have any way of getting oxygen. No tengo ninguna manera de recibir oxígeno. So what am I going to do? ¿Qué voy a hacer? I'm going to grab an acid. Voy a coger un ácido. I'm going to use it for fuel. Lo voy a usar para energía. Instead of using oxygen for that process, en vez de usar oxígeno para ese proceso, I use an acid. Uso el ácido. That's a cell that has lost its way of functioning. Una célula que ha cambiado su forma de funcionar. And it mutates and it does something different. Ya it's not like an eye cell. No es una célula del ojo. It's not a breast cell. No es una célula del pecho. It's not a stomach cell. Ya no es una célula de estómago. It does works different. It does different things. Hace cosas diferentes. Now, summary. Self-defense, defensa personal de las células. Retain liquids, retiene líquidos. Drain, take minerals hostage to form salts or calcifications. Draining and mutating. Now, this is the orthodox treatments for cancer, for example. This is a very particular one. Estos son los tratamientos ortodoxos de cáncer. Cut the head off, córtale la cabeza. Basically, you see the tumors, ves el tumor and slice it and dice it. This is first century. Esto es tecnología del primer siglo. You cut the head off in the guillotine. Corta la cabeza en la guillotina. And that's what they do today in 2017. Y eso es lo que hacen en el 2017. Another orthodox, burn to the stake. Lo quema en la hoguera. Tienes un enemigo, you have an enemy, burn it in the stake. Quémalo en la hoguera. That's what we call today radiotherapy, radiación. That's what we do. Where is this new technology? This looks advanced. Se ve avanzado, but it's the same thing that happens in the first, second, third century. Eso es lo que pasó en el primero, segundo y tercer siglo. It's what people were treated. Or poison the person. O dale veneno. It's the same thing that happens with chemotherapy, just poison. Le dan veneno to solve the problem. I would say, why don't you just go, if you're doing first century, si estás haciendo tecnología del primer siglo, why don't you just siege the tumor? ¿Por qué no le haces un sitio al tumor? In other words, they used to surround the city, rodeaban la ciudad, and they're not allowed them to come out, no los dejaban salir. It happens that the food was out of the city. La comida estaba fuera de la ciudad because that's where the farmers grew. Ahí era que so these people would die of hunger, se morían de hambre, and that's how they took the city. Y así se rendían y así tomaban la ciudad. Why don't we do the same with tumors? ¿Por qué no hacen lo mismo con el cáncer? We could do the same thing. If they live in an acid environment, si vive en un ambiente ácido, alcaliniza, alkalinize. If they live without oxygen, si no viven con oxígeno, hyperoxygenate the environment. Échale más oxígeno del que necesita. Low sodium and starvation, no le des comida. Okay. Now, how to alkalinize? Well, let's recover first the problem. Vamos a recuperar el problema. What was the problem in the beginning? ¿Cuál fue el problema en el principio? Why does all these things happen? ¿Por qué? ¿Qué fue lo que precursó que todas estas cosas pasaran? Yo ni he hablado de azúcar. I haven't talked even about food. I mentioned environment, but it's not the environment. No, well, yes. Why do you have that acidic environment? Porque tiene ese ambiente ácido. I know. It's late.
Our brain is not good.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of material. I do it a lot of times, so I'm used to it. It's
Our 3 organs was that filter our.
Si los filtros, if the filters start getting,
Yeah.
you see, if you don't change these filters, they start not working effectively. Si no empiezan a funcionar efectivamente, what's going to happen? ¿Qué va a pasar? Things are going to be accumulated here. Las cosas se van a acumular. So they're not going to go out as efficient as they used to. No van a salir tan eficientes como salían antes. Do you understand this? ¿Entiende esto before we go? ¿Sí? So that's very important. Esto fue lo más importante que yo dije. I just didn't stress it. No lo enfaticé. So basically, if this is not working well, things are going to accumulate here more. Si esto no está funcionando bien, se van a acumular. Let me give you a common sense example. Vamos a darle un ejemplo que hace sentido. Maybe that would get it into your brain. Te lo va a poner en tu cerebro. You have children, tienen los niños, and let's say they have bad habits, tienen malos hábitos. And you have bad habits, because if they have bad habits, it's because you have bad habits. Si los niños tienen malos hábitos, es porque tú tienes malos hábitos, right? That's how it is. They're learning from us. Ellos aprenden de nosotros. So, they get our bad habits, tienen nuestros malos hábitos. But we get sick with these bad habits. Nosotros nos enfermamos con estos malos hábitos. But they're okay running around like nothing. Ellos parecen que no les pasa nada. And it's true. Nothing is happening to them. Nada les pasa. I check them, los chequeo, and their blood is good. Everything looks, okay. Todo está muy bien. But I check the parent, chequeo al padre, and it's like about to die. Está casi de morirse. Now, they both have the same lifestyle. Los dos tienen el mismo estilo de vida. What's going on? Well, when they're children and little, cuando son niños y pequeños, these things are working very efficiently. Estos trabajan bien eficientemente. and they're not as clogged up as ours. No están tan tapados como los de nosotros. When ours starts getting clogged up, cuando nosotros se dañan, we start seeing this effect. Empezamos a ver este efecto. Our cells are clumped, nuestros glóbulos están pegados. We have a lot of ammonia, tenemos bastante amonia. We have all these problems going on. Tenemos todos estos problemas. Dos personas with the same lifestyle, con el mismo estilo de vida. But the one that is young, el que está joven, these things are working more efficiently than the one that it's an adult. Yeah, it's simple. Aunque coman lo mismo, pasa eso porque como esto está menos tapado, pero con el tiempo esto se va a tapar. With time, as you let time go, this is going to get clogged up like everything else. You see, if I don't change the filter, si no cambio el filtro, eventually it's going to get dirty, se va a ensuciar. But when it's new, cuando está nuevo, you don't feel it as much, no lo sientes tanto. Now, how do we alkalinize? I just say go to the corrective diet, vaya a hacer la dieta correctiva. It's an alkaline lifestyle, es un estilo de vida alcalino. Hydrotherapy, use la terapia de agua. This is an alkaline diet, una dieta alcalina. Hydrotherapy, hidroterapia, the sauna or bath, diferentes baños. That helps a lot. Eso ayuda bastante a desintoxicar, to detox. Okay? Now, the corrected diet or the alkaline diet, the question is how do you clean filters? ¿Cómo usted limpia filtros? You have a filter. How do you clean it? ¿Cómo usted lo lava? Huh?
Back flush it.
Back flush it? What do you mean?
You run it in reverse and it carries it
Yeah.
and it's stuck in it.
Yeah, one. No, how do you clean a filter? You have a filter from your air conditioner. Tienes un filtro de tu aire acondicionado. How do you clean it?
You replace it.
No, but if it's a filter, one of those filters, you put with water. You put water in it and you go water and you get water in it. Well, vegetables and fruits are 95% water. Vegetales y frutas son 95% agua. So, vegetable diet cleans body filters. La dieta en vegetales limpia los filtros. Simple. Just follow what God tells you and you'll be fine. Siga lo que Dios le dijo y usted va a estar bien. How do you oxygenate? ¿Cómo usted oxigena? Well, it is very handy to get an oxygenator. I don't care how you get it, but just get one for you. Cómprese un oxigenador. I travel with mine. I have a portable one. Tengo uno portátil como este. And I travel everywhere I go with it. Me lo llevo. It cleans my water, limpia mi agua, and also it's a good remedy. Un buen remedio. I have a sore throat. Tengo una garganta. I start drinking oxygenated water. Empiezo a tomar agua ozonizada. Great remedy. Or if not, better yet, juice. Mucho jugo. The more juice, the more oxygen you put in your body. Entre más oxígeno, entre más jugos verdes, más oxígeno le pone. Now, you want really to the 10th power, oxígeno a la 10ª potencia, use wheatgrass. Haga su propia germinado de wheatgrass. That is amazing. Es increíble. I mean, cancer cannot resist this little guy here. El cáncer no puede resistir a este amiguito que está aquí. It just hates it. Lo odia. So it is very powerful. Es bien poderoso. You see, so much oxygen is brought in. Tanto oxígeno que trae, it's just, it cannot live. No puede vivir. Or, there's a good way of detoxing that is fasting. El ayuno es buenísimo. Do a 3 to 12 day lemon fast with water. Haga un ayuno de 3 a 12 días de limón. It is very effective, bien efectivo. Or just do 5 days corrective diet. 5 días de dieta correctiva and 2 days with just raw, no fat. So, en vez de comer cocido por 2 días, you eat only raw 2 days. You lower your caloric intake. Baja el consumo de calorías en esos 2 días. Or just corrective diet if you can't fast. Si no puede ayunar. Solamente la dieta correctiva es un ayuno. Now, if you cleanse the filters of cell elimination to allow safe detox, here's what here's the comparison. Aquí es la comparación. You see, these guys here, estas personas aquí, they're the key, son la clave. These get dirty, estos se ensucian, everything down the line gets bad. Todo lo demás se daña. That's what we were teaching you, how to do this. Por eso estamos enseñando para hacer esto. So you could avoid problems, para que puedas evitar problemas. Anybody has any questions? ¿Alguien tiene alguna pregunta? I try to go as fast as I could. Traté de ir lo más rápido posible. So I know I could lose you. Questions? Preguntas?
Is there a list that shows, I mean, some foods promote acid, some promote alkaline, but are there some that are acid that is very mild, they don't hurt us as much, versus other foods that cause a lot of acid for the same quantity of food?
So here's what, I'm going to redirect that question. You have, la pregunta es, hay comida que es alcalina o es un poco ácida o neutral y eso. First, let me assume what you were really asking. Voy a asumir lo que tú estabas preguntando. You are born, usted nace with a lining como una telita, and these green around the organs, cosa verde alrededor de los órganos, is just full of alkaline minerals. Está lleno de minerales alcalinos. And when your body goes into a acid state, cuando tu cuerpo hace algo que es ácido, for example, exercise, lots of exercise, heavy exercise, mucho ejercicio fuerte, or emotional stress, or estrés emocional, or you eat a lot of acid food, o comes mucha comida ácida. What the body does, lo que el cuerpo hace, it starts grabbing from this place. Empieza a sacar de este lugar, of this storage, de este almacén de minerales. Right? And that happens throughout your life. Pasa a través de tu vida. Cuando all these things gets depleted, this storage gets depleted, when the whole storage of alkaline minerals around the organs get depleted, it's when you get sick. That's exactly when your body starts breaking apart. When you have a disease, you have no storage of this. No tiene almacén de esto. So, what do we suggest? ¿Qué nosotros sugerimos? We suggest you to start replenishing these storage. Te decimos, reemplaza este almacén. If you're not sick, si usted no está enfermo, you might have some storage still. Usted tiene todavía algún almacén. So, but most likely, 99% of the people, 99% de las personas, they have this depleted. Tienen esto que no lo tienen, no está ahí. So, what we say, stay away from neutral food. Olvídese de la comida neutral. You concéntrese en replenish these things. En reemplazar otra vez y restablecer estos almacenes de minerales alcalinos. And the only way we know, y la manera que sabemos, is through food, de la comida. And that's why we give you supplement with magnesium, suplementese con magnesio, and only eat alkaline food until this is replenished. Solamente coma comida alcalina hasta que esto está otra vez restablecido. Once this is reestablished and replenished, cuando esto está otra vez ya restablecido, then do not just eat alkaline food, no solamente coma comida alcalina. Balance it out, how God designed it. Balancelo como Dios lo diseñó. So that's kind of what we believe our philosophy is, and we think that we have a lot of success there in that. We have seen a lot of success there. Hemos visto mucho éxito ahí. And that's kind of where we go. It is very easy. It is very easy. The list is easy. For alkaline food, all vegetables. Todos los vegetales son alcalinos. For fruits, all fruits, except a few of them. Blueberries, mango, orange, pears, plums, kind of those. I mean, there are a handful. And then, after that, legumes, there are a few that are alkaline, very few, like 2 or 3. Cereals, almost all of them are acid, except millet, quinoa, amaranth. Kamut is slightly more neutral than anything. Kamut, spelt is slightly acid. Everything else is acid for me. So that's why we designed the way we eat, because of this problem, por este problema. Okay. Any more questions? ¿Alguna otra pregunta? No? Okay. Thank you for your attentiveness. And talk to you at a different time.